What is good, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this, I want to break down what's happening with NIO, Tesla SPY, and a couple of other tickers. I'm also going to break down why NIO is going to absolutely explode, in my personal opinion. Looking at some big numbers that just came out as NIO has broken their all-time high delivery record. But before I break down these information, before I talk about why NIO stock is going to explode starting tomorrow, in my personal opinion, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you are guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 more, you're guaranteed 75 of them. And the offer ends very soon, in just about 3 weeks from now. Anyways, now let's break down what's happening to the markets. Looking at NIO, we have a very, very nice looking inverse head and shoulders like structure. And this is looking very, very bullish from a technical standpoint. It's kind of slanted right over here, but you could see that we are starting to see buyers defend. I do expect this to be pushing to the sixes very, very soon, and even higher than that potentially. On top of this, why on earth do I think NIO is going to explode? Look at the numbers for NIO. We actually have the numbers right here. I'm going to start off with this before I break down the chart. NIO did 20,544 deliveries in May of 2024. Remember, I told you guys that they did 15,400 between May 1st and May 26th in terms of their registrations. And then that's actually a lot better than what we saw in the month of April. So I was expecting a big increase in deliveries. I've been saying this for weeks. I said when we approach June, NIO is going to get some good numbers. We're going to be looking for a big pump. And that's what the data was suggesting. And that's what ended up happening. This is a 233.8% increase year over year. Once again, 233%. That's absolutely insane. We have 12,164 of their smart SUVs. We have 8,300 of their premium sedans. And in total, we have 515,811 deliveries as of May 31st, 2024. Absolutely insane numbers. We actually have the chart right here I want to show you. Right here. And this is what it looks like. So this is the monthly deliveries. You guys could see the light blue rectangles here are 2023. Look at the numbers from 2023 and compare them to 2024. The dark blue rectangles, you guys can see them right here, 2024. This looks more like a turquoise. But anyways, the numbers look so much better. Look at the increase month over month. So in April, this is April right here, they did 15,620 deliveries last month. Then for May, they did 20,544. Huge increase. This is a crazy amount of growth year over year. Back in May of 2023, they did only 6,000. Now they're doing 20,000. Absolutely incredible numbers. Once again, a 233% increase year over year. They absolutely killed it. And then remember, if they keep this up, if they can keep doing like 20,000 deliveries or something close to that every single month, with Aapl getting incorporated, it's just going to get better for them. So we're going to be looking at even higher numbers, 20, 30, 30,000 deliveries monthly consistently. That's going to become the new norm. That's absolutely incredible. And I can't wait to see what else we're going to be looking at for NIO. And then, like their CEO said, as they start scaling upwards, this is going to help improve their margins a lot. And I can't wait to see what growth spurs from this. So as you can see, their deliveries have exceeded crazy amounts of numbers. The last time we actually saw this was about 20,000 deliveries. They did 20,462 back in July 2023. We have once again surpassed that, breaking a new record, and NIO is showing insane growth when it comes to its previous deliveries. So strong deliveries, one of its highest single month deliveries in history. And on top of this, they're absolutely crushing the growth. And this is actually making a lot of headlines right now as they absolutely crushed it. On top of this, I'm just very, very excited for what else NIO is about to announce. For data about the markets, I'm going to be kind of brief at this part. Remember that tomorrow is going to be Monday, June 3rd, 2024. 15 minutes after the market opens, we have the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI and a bunch of manufacturing numbers for spending and new orders. Then we have the ISM services data coming out around 10 o'clock a.m. So manufacturing prices, new orders, and spending. So first 15 and 30 minutes, expect some volatility. I also want to note that these are what earnings look like for tomorrow. Very minor, just like GitLab and a few others. And the market's neutral, probably getting closer to greedy as we're seeing more buyers stepping in my personal opinion. So for NIO, Bank of America Securities gave them a neutral rating. They did have a 5.9 price target. I think that's an understatement. I think NIO is going to go to the sixes or well above that very soon. On top of that, I think that NIO, with this crazy deliveries numbers, I think we're going to see some nice growth. The price per ratio will go up because NIO has upside potential. I'm not too worried about what historical data tells us about Monday. I think Monday is going to be a very, very good day for NIO tomorrow. And then we also have a tendency of seeing green 55% of the time around 1 o'clock p.m. and also during the final hour of the day. So look for volatility then. June is historically not the strongest month for NIO, but July does tend to be stronger historically. This could be kind of switched a bit. June could be very good for NIO looking at these numbers. We also have earnings coming out in just a couple of days, and volume was at about 63 million. So good volume is coming in. We have a nice inverse head and shoulders like structure. We have a bullish catalyst. What do I see for the share price? The answer is $6. I see this easily going to $6. I do expect that for NIO. I think we're going to be pumping very, very nicely over the next few days, especially for tomorrow. Also, on the daily time frame for NIO, we love to touch this 200 EMA. And that happens to be at 6.85. So I see us touching that. I see us touching that again. Excuse me, guys. So I think looking at the daily time frame, there's a nice uptrend being established, and we have a bullish cross in the PPO forming. We're gonna be looking for a big push tomorrow, close to $6, in my personal opinion. I expect some major downside after some very, very strong numbers. That makes me very, very excited. Not just that, but also the market's going to help NIO most likely. As far as SPY goes, we're also looking very bullish. I expect SPYs to be filling this cap at 530 and potentially pushing higher. We're going to have a bullish cross in the 4-hour time frame PPO. We're looking very bullish. QQQ, same thing, looking very bullish. We could dip a bit, retest 450, and start bouncing and push over 453.5 very soon. We're nearing a bullish cross here. I think it looks very, very bullish. For Nvda, Nvidia is trying to hold support right over here around our 20 EMA. So we'll have to see how well that ends up holding up. But we are looking like we're trying to bounce at least off our EMA. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start pushing into the 1100s. 1120 is a real possibility. So look for that bounce. And we also have a few more. Bitcoin looks to me like it's trying to bounce as well. It's kind of trading sideways, but look for a push towards 68,000 for this consolidation to continue. I do think it's going to pump just a little bit. Then we also have Aapl. Apple's looking more bullish, in my personal opinion. Gonna be looking for a push all the way up towards 193.5. So I do see a little bit more upside potential for this. And the majority of stocks are trying to actually show some life, in my personal opinion. So I'm seeing bounces left and right. That's going to also be a little bit more positive for NIO. IWM is also trying to push for at least 208, in my opinion. So lots and lots of pushes. Now, one exception is Tesla. I'm a little concerned about it because there was a new lawsuit filed, but I'm going to be very, very open minded. We're still stuck in the middle on Tesla. If we lose 173, we will fill the gap to 168. Then we could bounce after. If we break past 180, then we're going to be squeezing all the way up towards 185 and eventually, much higher levels. Regardless of if Tesla drops to 168 or not, I think that this thing is easily going to be forming an inverse head and shoulders and eventually break out to the 200s. So whether we do drop to 168 or not is just a buying opportunity. I think 200 is coming, or we could just break out to 200 from here if we manage to break past 180. So I'd rather wait to see if we break 180 first. The lawsuit might cause a little dip on Tesla, but then we could try to bounce back up. So I'll be watching to see if we get that breakout. Tesla has potential, showing some life. It's still kind of in a consolidation phase, so it's taking some time, but there's still lots of bullish potential. So even if we do drop down to 168 off this head and shoulders right here, the small one right here, we could still bounce off the much larger inverse head and shoulders and push to the 200s. So I'm still bullish ultimately, whether we get a dip or not. So for NIO, it doesn't matter. NIO is going to be pumping most likely for tomorrow. I think this imbalance will fill. We're easily going up towards $6, if not higher than that. I think the inverse head and shoulders will play out. And I think a lot of buyers are going to jump in after seeing a new deliveries record for the company. So we're looking at a new record for NIO, new deliveries record. I'm very excited to announce that. This is what we predicted, guys. This is not a surprise for me. I was telling you we're going to get some good numbers. Year over year, the growth is going to be great. Month over month growth is going to be awesome. That's exactly what's happening so far. And we're looking at some very, very strong looking numbers, in my opinion. So very, very bullish news for NIO. I can't wait for what the future holds. I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thank you for listening, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and peace out.